Hey, what the heck? I don't know what this is. Something popped up, and I don't know. We'll see if it records or not. But listen, this is the doc. Now, with PTSD, the medication I'm on, I've got about like 9 meds that I take every day between morning and night. It's to keep me calm down, keep me relaxed, okay? And that's why I do a lot of yawning when I'm on this blasted. Hey, I talk about it, I gotta start yawning. But it's the only way to keep me calm down. But I ran into somebody today and it stirred up something. And when people get stirred up around PTSD, you just get irritated. I ran into a World War II vet, and I thanked him for his service. I thanked him for paving a way for me while I was in the service. And he looked at me and he said, "If you could go back in the military today, would you go?" And I said, "Yes, sir. I sure would." I said, "With all that's going on, I would." He looked at me, and he's World War II vet. He's in his 70s. And he says, "If they would let me back in, I would gladly go too." You see, there's a heart desire that is placed in everybody that once you do something, whether through volunteer work or whatever, you get a satisfaction and a joy out of things in life. And serving in the military, uh, we weren't forced to. We volunteered to. So we jumped in the game and was willing to sacrifice our life in order to take care of the bad guys. Okay? And I was thinking today, after I got done talking to him, and I was thinking, and I looked at my wife and I said, I said, if I could get back in the military, I'd be more than happy to jump in the game and teach some of these young pups what to do and how to. But there's nothing I can do. Now I know there's militias out there, and there's other groups you can get a hold of. If you feel that urge, you go right ahead. But see, I'm not looking to go against. I'm looking to fight for a cause. You see, you don't just jump into a game and not know. Our forefathers. In fact, let me tell you about my past. You might get a kick out of this. The Rose family, how they started in the United States, there was two different groups. One come through Canada, and the other one come through South Carolina, North Carolina area. The Rose name that came through South Carolina was from Ireland, and it was four brothers who had to escape Ireland, jump ship to get away because they got caught horse thieving. Now, back in those days, excuse me, you got hung if you stole somebody's horse. Now, whether or not they actually did, I don't know, but that's where my roots began, is they jumped ship and landed on the coast of either North Carolina or South Carolina, I don't know which. But I do know this. One of those Rose brothers, out of the four Rose brothers, and it's strange because I've got three other brothers myself, so there's four of us. It's kind of like beginning of the days and end days. Who knows? But one of those four brothers joined the Tennessee militia with Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett. You know those guys. And they went to the Alamo. So I can boldly and boisterously say that I had a relative that jumped in because he thought it was a good thing. And he actually was at the Alamo. Now, that's just past history that was passed down from family to family. So I'll just leave it at that. But you see, every one of us have a heart's desire to do the right thing. Even though there's a lot of crooked people out there, there's many of you who are listening to me, and you've got a heart's desire. It seems like when you volunteer for something, you jump all in, and you give it your best. Okay, And that's the way we need to do. Every neighbor you have actually has that in them. Something's just got to excite them to get it going. I don't know what to do. You know, there are those who are lazy, but there are those that, you know what, they're more than willing to help if you give them instructions on what to do. So just take this in thought that our forefathers jumped in the game because they felt they needed to. And there are those of you on YouTube who need to jump in the game. I call it jumping in the game. You need to jump in the midst because you have an unction that you need to. You know, you might not be able to save the world by your own two hands, but you see a voice, just like the voice I'm spreading out over this YouTube. I don't know where else to spread this thing. That's why I said, you know what? I'm 50 years old. I'm lucky I'm able to even handle YouTube. So those of you who are able to spread my videos to other places and are technically savvy, by all means, spread it. Because it takes the spreading of the word in order for things to occur. And earlier today I talked about the spontaneous stops for blood and DNA swabs, willing to pay you for it. Now, that's ridiculous that they would even do something like that. That's because they got something crooked coming down the road. So see, I'm not under my PTS meds today, so I'm a little bit more on the general mode or on the mode of being more determined. And I want to look at you square in the eye and tell you that I am determined to do the right thing and get the right things done in these last days. And if you are also, then you'll get out of your comfortable chair. You'll get on the airwaves somehow. And you'll let people know to wake up and stop being blinded by this crap of the daily everything is okay stuff. It's not okay. This evening, what is it? What time is it? Here it is. It's 25 to 6 or 5:35 p.m. on Wednesday. I don't even know what date it is. Don't matter to me. 20th. But we have to do what we can. There is so much stuff I can't keep track of it. The Fukushima, the asteroids, Syria, the Middle East, our economy, our government, the weather. It's just too much. It's almost too much to handle at one time. It's like you got to pick and choose which one are you going to concentrate on. But then you got to bring it down to your own household and bring it down to your own thoughts, bring it down to your own compilation and realize that it's, in essence, you against the world. You see, there's too much stuff going on, so it's a guarantee something's going to happen. And the only way to correct or to help that is you're going to have to build something up in you and get a determination and get an unction and get on the ball, get off your duff, and get it taken care of. Don't wait till next Saturday. Take care of it today. And you know something? Have no regrets. Do not have any regrets. If you have regrets today, go correct them. Because I'm telling you, like I told you, I'm a firm believer in God. And I firmly believe there's the scripture where it says that bring your gift to the altar. But if you have an ought against your brother, you go and you correct that before you come back to the altar with your gift. So, you know what that means? No regrets. You got a family member that has pissed you off all these years? Well, I tell you what, put the heaping coals back on their head. Drive over to their house, whether they like it or not. Look at them square in the eye. Tell them you can hate me all you want. I still love you. And I forgive you. And if you don't think you need to be forgiven, I forgive you anyways. and then just get back in your car and drive off. Let them stew in their own juices. That's what my father-in-law used to say. Just let them stew in their own juices. You know, there's no reason for me to be frustrated about other people and family members when I've got enough to deal with what I got to prepare for now. So a clear conscience makes a person healthy. And this is my opinion, okay? This is the doctor's opinion. But a clear conscience makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know there's something else that's added to that. Excuse me. I know what it was. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Well, let me change that to the modern day mode. A clear conscience makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. Because once that's clear, then you can move on to what you got to do the do. All right? Okay. Now, this is my rambling thing, I guess, and this is my irritated day because I see people in their 70s who are willing to jump in the game, but I see people who are in their 30s, and don't give a crap about what's going on. Well, you guys got to wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the roses. Whatever you want to wake up to smell. Otherwise, you're going to wake up smelling shit. Because you didn't listen and you didn't heed and you didn't jump in the game like you're supposed to. The only way things can change around you is it's got to start with you. Stupid cameras. I'll get that figure straight. All right. God bless. Respond how you like. But please take it out of love. Because I'm actually dishing it out. Because I care. All right. My boot will fit up your ass. Trust me. It'll fit there. And your boot will fit up somebody else's ass. Now, I'm not a favorite of using cussing words, but there's just a day when you just gotta just push the reality and just be blunt. All right? Look at your family. Tell them you're gonna put your foot up their ass. All right? God bless you. Bye-bye.